so what is this ITIL for? So we know that we had ITIL version 1 back in 80s. Then we had the ITIL version 2. That was early 2000, late 90s. Then we had the ITIL version 3. That was in 2007. Then we had ITIL 2011, which was basically a minor update to ITIL version 3. We still refer to ITIL version 3. Now we have ITIL 4, but then we don't call it ITIL version 4. We just say ITIL 4. This is what the Excelos recommends. Before that, we used to say ITIL v1, v2, v3, the version, but now we say ITIL 4. And the reason behind this is because this 4 basically indicates the fourth industrial revolution. So what is this fourth industrial revolution, which is, ITIL 4 refers to? We are in the age of Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, 3D printing, robotics. And so in this era, they refer it to the fourth industrial revolution. So ITIL 4, so the 4 is, as I said, is referring to this fourth industrial revolution. Now, the question is this ITIL 4 totally different? I mean, it's totally kind of a revolution from ITIL version 3, which we still have. The answer is no. It's evolution, but it's not revolution. So there is an update. There has been, I understand, changes has been made to make ITIL more applicable to different environments and to be more valuable. But saying that this is completely different from ITIL version 3, or there is a kind of a 360 degrees, or let's say even totally it's totally changed, that's not true. It's an update, or it's kind of an evolution from version 3 we had. So that's first thing. Now, and then the same is true with the ITIL 2011, because as you know, ITIL 2011 is basically ITIL version 3 with a minor update in ITIL version 3. So either I refer to ITIL version 3 or ITIL 2011, there's not much changes. And it's, as I said, it's evolution then rather than the revolution. Then, so what exactly in ITIL 4, the changes are? As we go further, and I will be showing you, what are the certification paths and what are the outline changes. But in general, the ITIL 4 is more about a holistic picture, like a big picture. The ITIL version 3 was very limited, or I would say very focused on the individual service lifecycle stages and the processes associated with it. So, if you certified in ITIL version 3, you will agree with me that ITIL version 3 totally, if you look at the outline of ITIL version 3, it just tells you about these 5 stages of service lifecycle in the outline. And then as you go in every stage of service lifecycle, you go through all the processes which are associated with that particular stage of service lifecycle or phase of service lifecycle. So version 3 was kind of a more focus on individual stages and individual, the more into the processes which are associated with this. ITIL 4 is much bigger picture than that. It not only talks about the the processes and the stages, but it also takes your environment into consideration. The environment where so it basically looking at a big picture, bringing value in terms of a combined, or let's say in a complete environment. So basically, this is how they think they can contribute to business value. So ITIL 4, not specific, not tied to individual, just to individual processes, but it talks much more than that. And then, as you know that, when we had this ITIL version 3, there wasn't much about DevOps, development and operations, agile, lean IT, the other methodologies. Let's say, for example, we use agile a lot in software development, or we use DevOps now a lot also in the cloud computing. These things were not, either they were not there when the ITIL version 3 was there, or even if they were not very common adoptable methodologies. But then now we do have these things. So the new ITIL 4 also keeps this thing in mind, and then it accommodates, it works in conjunction in conjunction with lean, agile, and DevOps. So if you're already using any of these methodologies in your environment, or a combination of those, you can still benefit from ITIL, because now the ITIL 4 gives you this opportunity, or gives you this um, the opportunity to also have the coordination with the other methodologies, and you can still implement ITIL for by and then you have these other methodologies in place too. So in general, ITIL 4 is more adaptable to business. It has a much more bigger scope, and it actually caters more practices compared to what we had in ITIL version 3. So in general, in short, ITIL 4 is, addresses a much bigger environment, and it provides a holistic picture in when it comes to the providing value to your business. So now the question is, those who are already certified in ITIL version 3, or have already got to intermediate or expert level certifications, the question is, what's going to happen about their version 3 credits, or what about the certifications they have already acquired for version 3? Well, first thing is, ITIL certifications, they don't expire. So even if you have a certification before version 3, it doesn't expire. So version 3 will, it will not expire. But what I'm trying to say here, that how you get to ITIL 4, it depends on which stage you are at in ITIL version 3. Now, right now, the Exelos has only released ITIL Foundation for version 4, for ITIL 4 Foundation. The other higher certifications are not released yet, and I was told that they will be available in second half of the 2019. Right now, you can take the ITIL Foundation class, yes, and the exams of the ITIL Foundation 4 will be available from 28th of Feb. So from 28th of Feb, or you can take the new ITIL 4 Foundation exam. And so now coming to the ITIL version 3, the question is it irrelevant, or what should I do if I already have intermediate certification in ITIL version 3 or expert level certification? Well, ITIL version 3 is as relevant as ever. So it's, nothing is going to change. It's relevant. So, and then also the Excelos will continue to offer ITIL version 3 certifications until June 2020. So if you still